Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl Cashapp LaShaWright, and I'm back with another video. And today's video is going to be about why you should love yourself more than anyone. It's important to love yourself. How? It takes time. Like anything else in life, you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to effectively love you in a way that is kind, in a way that's gentle, in a way that's conducive, healthy, nurturing, beneficial, growing, and rewarding, that expands you, boldens you, betters you, holds you accountable. Self-love is the most important thing in the world, in my opinion. Loving yourself is the first thing you need to sustain anything in this life, whether it's self-confidence, self-esteem, ambition, idealisms, anything that falls in line with knowing who you are comes with loving yourself. But it doesn't come in complete perfection. It doesn't come in complete understanding. That's being very considerate, and that, no matter what you do or no matter what you have to go through, that you're changing, that you're growing, and that some things you may not know and some things you may know. And there's different times in your life where you're going to have to really give yourself some grace, right? Give yourself some grace, because there are times where we expect ourselves to know this and that, do this and that, be all this and that, and have this and that by a certain age. But reality is, we shouldn't. And who said the expectation of society should apply to how we love ourselves, how we treat ourselves, and how we respect ourselves? Giving ourselves that dignity and integrity, allowing ourselves to have the ability to fully comprehend what this human has to go through. Like, at the end of the day, we are people. Our bodies go through experiences. Our mind has its own process of experiences. Our tongue has a different experience when it tastes stuff. Same with our nose. It has its own experience for smelling. This body has its own experience on a physical level, as well as an emotional level, as well as a spiritual level. So many aspects of you are getting different experiences. And as you experience different things, try and explore and learn things, you get to learn more about yourself. Being around more people, bringing out more sides to who you are. People bring out more sides to who you are when you're around them, when you interact with them. Relations help you reflect on more things about yourself that you couldn't see alone in the mirror by yourself. Only when another mirror comes into the face of you can you see all the other things you've been missing. That's the purpose of everybody in this world. Communion, us as people coming together. We reflect things sometimes. Sometimes we see things in other people that they can't see themselves. And sometimes you see things in me that I may not see myself as well. I know a lot of stuff about myself. Every day I'm learning something new. Every day I learn how much less I know. Like, I don't know anything. I learn just how I just don't know anything. Like, no matter how much you believe you know, no matter how many experiences, how much adventure you had, no matter what you can say, you can never say you truly know. Because this life is not about just truly knowing. It's about experiencing. It's about growing. It's about learning to love yourself unconditionally, non-selfishly, without benefit or motive, because people do love themselves in that sense. Some people love themselves and congratulate themselves and be proud of themselves only when they do something great, but never congratulate themselves when they're doing their best. They have very little to do so with. Don't wait till you get to the top to love yourself. Love yourself from the very bottom, when you're struggling, when you're making mistakes, when you're trying to figure out, when you don't know, you don't have the answers. Loving yourself is loving yourself through the entire process, throughout the entire journey. And it's loving that young child you were, but that teenager you were, that young adult you became, and that now you, who you are today. It's loving every version of who you are, the stories your family told about yourself, every funny, crazy, scary, fearful, heartbreaking, trenching, bad experience, whatever. Every moment you've experienced that got you to the place where you are today. What are some things that help you be the person you are? What helped you really figure those things out? Now, I'm saying it's a lot of people experience life without realizing those things are an indication to help you experience growth in life so that you can evolve and really become something greater. But ultimately, leading you on the path to this greater self-love. Because if you can love yourself and through the entire journey, you got to love yourself more than anyone. Because no one will treat you better than you treat yourselves. But sometimes we're taught certain things growing up. We see certain things, we observe certain things, and we believe that's a way of being loved. And sometimes the way we should be loved and the way we want to be loved is all misconstrued because of what we've seen and what we heard and what we've been told and all these great things. But you should get to learn how to love yourself, not based on how society says it's done or how your parents says it's done, but based on how you love yourself, how you treat yourself. You should want to love someone else. Yeah, everyone has their own love language. You should apply that when you love other people. But in the same sense, you want to treat people exactly how you treat yourself. You want to be the mirror of what love is. You want to be that very reflection. Be the very love and light that beams through everything when things are hard. Loving yourself more than anyone else is not selfish. It's powerful. It's confident. It's understanding that, if you don't love yourself first, you can never love anyone else. I mean, it starts at best with you, and at second with other people. Being the best you really starts with loving you. It doesn't indicate anything to you or about you. Love is the very thing that we all need. It's the very essence of us. And when you really take the time to realize everything in life is going to gradually show you how much more you should hold yourself through the tough times, because you're the one stuck through it through the whole entire time. You have so much to love about yourself. Your ability to be strong and weather through the storms and things that you overcome. You got so much to be proud of. How you overcome those mistakes and really worked on them and really worked on those habits you had. You gotta give yourself credit sometimes. Don't just be happy when you make the biggest accomplishments in your life, or do the worst things ever. Be proud of yourself when you really do great things, when you're growing, when you're changing. Even though it's a slow progress, it's worth it, I promise you. Everything in life has a start and an end. But growth, love, evolution is eternal. So you'll always grow forever. As long as you're willing to learn and willing to evolve and willing to grow, love will always evolve you throughout the trials of life. And if you give yourself enough grace to see that all the things in your life has helped you grow to the most amazing person you are, look in a mirror and see all the things that are more lovable about you. Look into your past and see how much more you've become because of those things. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a prosperous day.